followers and friends, welcome and welcome to our channel. Today I'm going to do a little review on the Honest Beauty products. I have been obsessed with the brand and like what it stands for and the ingredients and how they choose to keep it honest, keep it pure, and you guys know that that is what I'm all about. I went and picked up the primer, the mascara, and their eyeliner, and this is the look. So if you are interested in seeing more about these products and more about how I achieved this look that I've got going on here, make sure you stay tuned. This will be a little sit down and chit chat video, so if you are down to kick it with me for a little bit, welcome to my space and enjoy the video. Shout out Honest, sponsor me, I'm in love, I'm sold, call me, text me, email me, yeah. Let's see, this is working. Are you picking up my sound? Hello? Let's get started. Make sure the energy's real good before we start doing beauty rituals, okay? Okay, and I'm gonna drink some water. I hope you guys are hydrated. I'm going to start with just combing through these brows, and I figured as we move through this review of the Honest Beauty products, I could talk to you guys a little bit about my own personal makeup journey and how I've chosen to use makeup. I see it as ritual, so we're gonna dive into that. And right now I do not have anything on my face. I want to use a makeup wipe to clean my hands. Get my hands nice and clean. Also, tip, if you guys don't have a fan, girl, get a fan. It's like one of my favorite things to have. So yes, get a fan. I'm actually going to start with this primer, which these have been sitting in my bathroom for a really long time now, and I'm actually happy to be finally opening them. It says blend a pearl size amount all over the face alone under your foundation. Primer looks like this out of the box. Comes in a cool little square shape. It's really pretty. So I think that would be enough. I'm just gonna dab a little bit all over my face. It's very moisturizing, but like not overly moisturizing. I have normal to dry skin, I would say. It's really like buttery. So yeah, I used a lot more than a pearl size amount. I'm putting a lot around the eyes because like that's where I have the most times like makeup doesn't want to conform. It like will fall off or peel, and it's like this shimmer. It's already like giving me this shimmer, kind of like that. I'm gonna use my jade roller now because it hasn't quite set in. It's not like on my face evenly. Yeah, I tried to use my jade roller to smooth out the product, but I don't think that matters because it's going to be underneath anyway, so let's move on. I'm going to be using MAC foundation. I know that they are not, I don't think outwardly vegan or cruelty free or anything like that. Back in the day when I got into makeup, I started off with Mary Kay. But before then, I got into makeup just like wearing eyeliner. And even before that, I got into makeup because I was always in dance. Sorry, I'm gonna start putting on my makeup now. When I was younger, I started with just simply eyeliner. And I would wear it, I'm pretty sure like underneath only. I think I only wore my eyeliner underneath. That's interesting. This is like 8th grade. That was really the only thing. Eyeliner and mascara was the only thing I was allowed to wear at that time. And then as I progressed into high school, I started becoming really interested in wearing more makeup, and I kind of did like grow a dependency on it. Like I would wake up every morning, and then also I was like on dance team and things like that where, like I said, I continued to have to wear makeup for performances and things like that. So I got better and better at it because I had this one specific coach who taught me how to do my eyeshadow, and I just got really good at it. And I had another friend who taught me how to do like the cat eye, which I thought was so freaking cool. It was like war paint. There's like a quote on Pinterest, it's like super cheesy, and like the cat eye, war paint. Like every day I would go to school like, and I'm about to be so fierce today at school, but I didn't really contour or anything. I just put a light foundation on, which progressively got more and more, became more and more just in general. I was using that Mary Kay, and then I leveled up because I was watching specifically Raven Elise TV, if you guys have ever seen her videos, which, you know, what's up girl, thank you for putting me on, because I would watch her like DIY videos. And I remember one day I fell into her makeup videos, and everybody at that time was falling into makeup videos, so it's like we were all like trying to learn how to contour. I'm just gonna do just a bit more foundation, and then I'm gonna talk about how this is settling in. She was using Kat Von D Lock-It foundation, and the first time I tried that, I fell in love. So this was the time period I was transferring into college, and I was still dancing, and makeup was still just a big part of my life, I guess. I was doing a lot of shadow work, but I didn't know what that was at that time. Like going through a lot of really big changes. Pause this story really fast just to say, this is looking really good actually. But yes, this primer is actually really nice. The only thing I'd say is like after I put it on, and like I said, it's pretty smooth and creamy, I would maybe put it on like with a beauty blender and not just my hands, just because I did have like a spot right here that I had to kind of cover up with foundation of the primer. What I really liked about it was like it has this shimmer that I think is still like there. So I really like it. It looks really good. It's really smooth looking, and it looks super natural. So if you're going for natural, I definitely think that contributed. I was using the Kat Von D after I used the Mary Kay foundation. Then I tried MAC. Just because I wanted to experiment, and I was still at this point wearing makeup every day. This is like right before I was like getting into veganism, but I was playing around with it. So I was like pescatarian at first. Like I didn't know exactly what I was gonna do or how I was gonna do it, or like if I was gonna be good at it or if it would last. So I was just kind of experimenting, and I was also experimenting with trying new makeup, and I tried MAC, and I remember I did this photo shoot, and the way that the photos turned out, it looked like the MAC concealer was, or the foundation was my skin. And everyone always says like they're the best for especially darker tones, and I was sold. Like the way that these photos turned out, I hadn't like touched them, I hadn't touched them up, and my skin looked like it had been photoshopped. So ever since then I kind of fell in love with it. I stopped using it because later on I found out that I had a lot of allergies, and at the time I had looked up to see if MAC was made with soy products, and I think I had found something that said it is. So I'm using this now, and this is I just opened it, so I'm going to be seeing if it's going to be any good with like reactions and things like that. So it's kind of a test trial. But the Kat Von D I've never had reactions to, but I did have some reactions to the MAC foundation. That's what made me kind of sus, but I just loved how it looked. It just looks super natural. It's not too heavy, and I look like I haven't even put anything on, in my opinion, but my skin, the tone of it is very like smooth, like silk, and that's what we want. I'm gonna open up this. It looks like this. And let's see, so I think it opens. So this is the primer, the pink side. The other side is mascara, and it looks like that. Okay, so let me finish telling my story. So at this point, I'm now vegan. I'm still using my MAC, even though it's not always the best. Then I get to a point where I'm completely done with makeup, and I literally don't pick up my makeup bag for years. I'm gonna go ahead and do some concealer. I was really beginning my spiritual journey, which I had began it a long time ago, and I've always been a very spiritual person. But I really wanted to, I was more like, it was more of like a self-love journey. Let's call it a self-love journey. I really wanted to find more appreciation for my own beauty. It was experimental. I'm a very like, if I'm gonna do something or try something, like I'm gonna go full for it, and like if I like it, I like it, and then if I don't, I'll make adjustments. I'm happy for that step. So I go see a dermatologist, and of course he gives me the remedy, which I'm not gonna share here just because see a dermatologist, follow your intuition on who to pick, because your intuition will lead you in the right place. And the journey of healing acne, I think, is so much more spiritual than people realize, and that's what I learned, which I'll make a video about that if you guys want more about that. So now I do not wear a lot of makeup at all on my day-to-day, but when I do like a nice little face beat, I will be using my new primer that I actually love, and this new foundation, which literally just looks like skin. Going too far left and being like, I'm not even gonna partake, that helped me to accept how I look, and then I got to appreciate it, and then I got to really refine and really build upon it. So it's like, you can do it my way or you can do it your way, because I think all ways matter. And I think that there is no, we should just throw away makeup, feeding into society's demands for women to be so proper and whatever. Makeup is just art, you know, and if you see it that way, then you can have so much fun with it, and you can be so creative and put so much intention into why you chose that highlight. Because no one's face looks the same. So that's another thing, is like the beautiful parts of your own face. And I think that that's something I really conquered, and I love doing makeup, especially crazy looks like that, because I put so much intention into why I want to do that, and I don't really care if anyone understands it. So once you get to that point, there's really no turning back. So now I'm really into color, but right now I'm not doing color, because when I'm doing like an everyday look, I really want it to be like as natural as possible. If you're trying to give a glam look a real beat, there's a time and there's a place, and anybody who tells you otherwise is lying, honey. They lying. It's more about your intent. It's all about your intent. It has nothing to do with the expectations of other people. The minute you stop caring about what other people think about it, play. Like, makeup is play to me. Like, you're painting, that's what it is. I think it's really pure. That's my makeup journey. If you have confidence before you put the makeup on, then none of that other matters. I think that I was also at that time going through a lot of things and losing a lot of my false confidence and regaining a lot of real confidence. Let me get this open for you guys. What it looks like. I haven't done like a wing in so long. She said bigger is better. Okay, we're gonna go bigger then. We go big or go home. That's just what we're doing today. You gotta snatch it. Whoa. I like it. I like it. Oh, and it dries matte. It dries matte. Okay, so I like to do I usually don't do matte. I usually do dewy. What is this called? Setting spray. Okay. Added some of my good juju, a little magic to my setting spray. So if you have some like herbs and things you guys want to add to your setting spray, that's something that you guys can do. And then I take my little fan. It's her time to shine. This is my thing, is like, I don't want to do something if I don't understand why. I'm always a skeptic, like, is that actually gonna work? Is that actually going to be beneficial to do a primer for your eyelashes? I don't know, let's find out. My lashes tend to get a little tangled. I do use a brush from the top. I haven't had a good mascara in so long. I'm one of those people who adds like jojoba or castor oil to the mascara to make it like last longer. The primer is everything. It matters, bro. It really made a difference. My lashes look so full right now, and they're not uber clumpy. I love this. I'm so excited to use this. This is so nice. If you follow me on any of my other social medias, you know that I really strongly believe that life is magical. Makeup is one of those things where you can really turn a tool that was man-made into something that is still about women's empowerment or empowerment in general, or men's empowerment. So make sure you're expressing yourself even if you're trying to go for a really natural look. I really think that for me, it's always the cat eye, even though it's something that's so simple. It's always a cat eye because it just snatches the look. It gives you that fierce. Don't forget a little gloss. It goes a long way. So I'm very pro-natural because I do believe that we change all the time. Like, it's like I look the same, but like when you start to put a lot of self-love into certain parts of yourself, they enhance. So you guys know, I'm a manifester. I totally believe in law of attraction. I totally believe in what you're gracious for, you receive more of. So really falling in love with your features is like a huge thing that I think is important. And so anyway, and I learned this trick from my sister, which is that gloss actually makes your lips look fuller. A little bit of gloss, it really goes a long way. So yeah, there was not one thing that I didn't like, so I'm definitely going to be buying more. Honest Beauty, if you guys see this, sponsor your girl. I would love to be a part of the team. I believe in the brand. I believe in the honesty. I believe in the ingredients. Check out my information in the description. I have a website. You can purchase my services. Other than that, I hope that this was fun, and I hope that you guys learned something about me and about yourself. Let me know what your preference is. Makeup, no makeup, or are you in between? What foundations are you really loving right now? I'd love to know. Bye!